You know, I never really understood the hate for this sequel, but I personally like it. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, released 1 year after the first movie. And this was released on the year I was born. And stars once again Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Muse Watson, who I didn't talk about in the first review. With Brandy, Mekhi, Phifer, Jennifer Esposito, Jack Black joining the cast. And this movie continues after the events of the first movie. So on the years of the events of the first film, we see Julie James again. She's attending summer classes in Boston to avoid ever going back to her hometown. And she suffers from memories and nightmares of the accident and murders of her friends by the fisherman, Ben Willis, from the summer before. So her roommate, Carla, receives a phone call from a local radio station and wins an all expenses paid vacation to the Bahamas for 4th of July weekend. Julie invites Ray, and so what happens is she plans to bring along Ray and plans to bring along her boyfriend Tyrell and this other guy named Will. At the resort, though, she starts receiving threatening notes and realizes that Bill is still alive, and they all have to work together once again to stop Ben. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. It's not better than the first one. The first one is still the best. But this is still a pretty entertaining film. I'm gonna go into a couple of my negatives first. Jack Black. It's cool to see him here, but he had no purpose to be in this movie. You could have easily cut him out, and the movie wouldn't have made much more difference. Another big issue is that this movie feels kind of rushed. It feels kind of rushed in the ways of its script and its story, and you can tell it does feel rushed because there are some moments and there are some parts of the movie that doesn't really work. And also there were a couple of moments in this movie that did not need to be there, and so that I could feel like you could have fixed up. And of course I will say that this movie feels a little weird by the numbers in most of the film sequences, but for the most part I still find a lot more enjoyment in it than bad. The cinematography is still really good. It's still really beautiful. It's still really gorgeously looking. The music is still really nice by John Frizzell. John Frizzell, he's a good composer. I like his music for 13 Ghosts and for other movies he's done. So I gotta say, he does a really great job in the music department, and the cinematography is still really beautiful. Acting wise, it's still good. Jennifer Love Hewitt, still hot. JLH. She's still great in the role of Julia. So is Freddie Prinze Jr. I didn't really like the new guy, played by Matthew Settle. I thought he could have been cut out too, but it's alright. the the guy Ben Watson, no, Muse Watson, who plays Ben, the Fisher Killer. He's still really great. He's still really awesome. Mekhi Phifer, great actor. I liked him in this movie, and basically his whole thing is that he wants to basically have his way with his girlfriend. Which, can you really blame him? Then you got Brandy. This wasn't her first movie. Her first movie was Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, but this was a pretty decent role for her, and she is a talented actress as well as a talented singer. And I loved her as Cassie on Star. By the way, Fox TV Network, you can go screw yourselves for canceling Star, because that was a hell of a great show. You're just lucky they're doing the TV movie to make up for it. So I will give all the credit in the world for the TV movie to Lee Daniels instead of you. And the kills are still pretty decent too. You get some good kills, some good moments in here. But overall, I still know what you did last summer. Not better than the first one, but it's definitely nowhere near on the level of bad as people make it out to be. Like, come on, this movie isn't that bad. But the next one, we're about to crack into it. But for now, I still know what you did last summer. I highly recommend it. It is my second favorite, and it does have its issues, but it's not as bad as the next movie, which I'm about to record my review of next. So by the time these are uploaded, these will all be uploaded one at a time, or separate individually, depending on how I feel. So let me know what you guys think of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? If you hate this movie, let's have a friendly, nice, debatable conversation down below, because we are all not going to agree on this. There are some people who like it, and there's a lot of people who hate it. But be sure to follow my social media links down below. Be sure to check out IKWYDLS' channels down below for his movie review channel and his game channel. You guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.